Greetings, traveler.
What works, what doesn't. So, kind of need to pick it here. So, we can still play a couple different styles. I believe that the main two viable ones are outlast the opponent or have bigger stuff at the end but still be aggressive. I don't think that full aggro warrior is a thing. So Grizzly is really good for helping you out survive the opponent. Hydra's a bit aggressive. Like Linecracker could be a good endgame card for when you're planning on being aggressive and you need some finishers, but I think the Grizzly transfers best to both archetypes, so let's pick that for now and see where we go. Scorcher is just one of those nasty cards so many times. Dead Speaker might be a tiny bit better if you're gonna plan on being proactive, but I think we're still quite happy to pick the OP card. So Whip sucks. Has terrible synergy with Steel Rager. Don't ask me how I know. Right. Inner Rage is fine-ish, really not a great card. Festerroot would be another thing that just adds value to the deck. I think I almost want to try Festerroot here. Is the tournament going to be for most wins or win percentage? It's most wins over 3 consecutive runs. So 12, 12, 12 is the best you can do. Honestly feel like I just want the thing, so let's pick the thing for now. Feels like it's not Cult Master. I think I just picked the Billy. Alright, poor Gastropod. Probably still Execute. I have been struggling, I think, against Executes, and I have Scorcher. Not been super high on Execute, but I don't mind it. How many runs do you think you can fit into 8 hours? For me, probably about 4, and that's pushing it. So 4 includes like a bad run and a reroll or something. I think 3 proper runs is where I'm going for. I think I will definitely play faster because I will not be talking to chat. I will not be co-oping. I will not be explaining stuff all the time. Maybe I can't help myself and explain stuff, but I will not be interacting with chat because there will be a delay as well. So I can probably play a lot faster because it's the same with my Slay the Spire runs, right? My Slay the Spire runs on stream take 2 hours and off stream they take 1 hour. So I just shave an entire hour off. Now in Hearthstone, that's probably not exactly the same. Like I don't think I shave an entire hour off the run, but I think I can probably shave at least half an hour off the run. So yeah, talking out loud is fine. Talking out loud is fine. Just basically thinking and giving you guys access to my thoughts. Like, that's fine. Crowd roaster and just go in. I feel like we get rewarded for those kind of picks. We have Scorcher already. I think so. All right, well, Worm is good. I want to say not Bone Drake, but I did pick the Crowd Roaster. But if I pick Bone Drake, I might feel bad about picking a Roar or something, right? Honestly, I was still leaning Devil Star, but I mean, Silthrace is a good card, but I never feel like I'm super happy with Silthrace. I kind of want the Devil Star. Yeah, I'm just going to pick it. Heavy metal! Yeah! This might be the Inner Rage. It might be a Scale Height. For whatever reason, Silthrace leaves me with 2 little health. I don't know how that happens. It is a mystery to me as well. I think I just want the ping. I have Execute. Yep, Warpath is a Warpath. Dragon Roar is a Dragon Roar. I'm glad I can help you guys with this warrior drafting. You know, there's all kinds of reasons and stuff behind picking cards. I find this a sad Dragon Roar because I really, really, really love Woodcutter's Axe. But there's just no way I can't, you know, not pick the Dragon Roar here. Sludge is fine. Probably just need the generic 4 here. You'd pick Woodcutters over Roar. Ooh. Even with my Crowd Roaster? Say sup? Don't get me wrong, I love woodcutters, right? I love woodcutters, for sure. Amalgam's a dragon. Death Speaker's just such a better card. It's not a very Death Speaker-y kind of deck right now. Honestly, might be Amalgam. But it gets slayered, right? Ugh. Why? I just lost the game earlier straight up because I had an Amalgam. But I just don't have the curve for Death Speaker right now. I'm still going to pick it. Fuck it. Play it as a 2-4. Do I need the Axe over the Phoenix? I might need it, yeah. It's just early. Just because right now my 3 is not amazing. Collins would snap the Death Speaker. But I think Collins does that a bit too often. Three drops. 3 drops. Here, another terror for the Amalgam. 6 drops are rare right now. I'll take them. Wow. Okay, I can be talked into Soul Thrace here. I'm not sure if... Because the meta has changed, right? Like, the priests I'm doing well with are just not the uber mega greedy priests. I think you just want to live. So, for me, it feels like it's not Omega. I think I just pick Soul Thrace. Yeah. The first Devil Star, I think, was super fine. This one, I think I'm quite... Like, we're 20 picks in now. It's less likely we're going to hit Collider. Because that's one of the main reasons you wouldn't pick Soul Thrace, is you get Collider and then it feels awkward. But I would still rather have Collider Soul Thrace than not Collider, you know? So. Weaponsmith is a really, really good card. We have a War Axe, but I don't think that's too big of a problem. Ooh. I think I'm quite happy with another 6. My boy is super good, but like I said, meta changed. I don't think we're going that late anymore. I think it's much more of a mid-rangey feeling to the decks right now. So being able to play a 6-on-6 is kind of good. Hench Clan is set up to be good, so let's take it. We even have Hench Clan Soul Thrace memes. It's very fun. All right, I have been annoyed by Devastates from my opponent, but I think I want the 4 because our deck looks good. I think I might just want the curve, but talk to me, chat. We have an Execute right now. Would you rather have the Devastate or just make sure we curve? Messenger's not even a real 4, right? Yeah. I feel like Thug is just the pick. I was with the Fester Root picks. Yeah. Not good. I think an Inner Rage. Was that bucket? I'm not sure. That spell is devastating. It's Axe and Weaponsmith. Oh, for the pings. We have a Warpath. And we have an Inner Rage. Inner Rage, Whip, and Fester Root. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with Fester Root in that pick. Ranger looks good. Can use a 5. Probably just Tar. I think we were talking about 3s, and Tar is just such a phenomenal card. This Death Speaker pick is looking okay-ish now. It's no longer looking atrocious, so that's nice. That is the 3rd Soul Trace offered, by the way. Probably another Messenger. You could say that the deck is like light-ish for our usual like Control Warrior standards, but as I said, with the Dragon Roar, I think it's fine. I don't think you want to do those super big boy decks unless it's Mage. I think Mage gets away with it. The hero power works so well in Blast Wave and all that. Is this NA? It's like 0 goldens. Yeah, it's NA. Hey, Super Collider. Dynomatic is a phenomenal card as well. But I think the Super Collider is more annoying for our opponents. Is this a deck where you keep Collider in opening hand? I don't think so. I think the deck is fast enough that you don't keep Collider. It's just a really good card.
Versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Victory or death!
Right, one sec. Alright. Sorry guys, just setting something up. We'll be back in just a moment.
Put this apple on your head.
I must choose. I wonder.
Alright, I'm ready. Are we coining anything? No.
It's an error.
They removed sorry, so I can't say sorry anymore. Way above average warrior deck. Super good. 6.5. Average, slightly above average. Yeah. I think slightly above average is okay. Coin Arathi would be fine. Coin Messenger could be okay. Not the Arathi because we can hit again next turn. Gotta love the rope hero power. Like, just imagine sitting there from across from each other, like, I do nothing. Your turn. That'd be funny.
Yeah, it'll grow back.
So if I go for the execute, I can still coin out the 5, right? Seems a little bit too good not to. What if he thought still our weapons? I think we'll just kill him if he did that.
My eyes are open.
Wham bam, thank you ma'am this turn or what? Similar to Fool's Bane, yeah. The big difference is that you could Fool's Bane into a big minion and just take a bunch of damage. You can't do that with Soul Trace.
I must consider.
Is that food?
Witness your strength.
Fresh wounds.
Let's hope he doesn't make it to statue.
I must consider.
Yeah, but he could mass hysteria here. Mass hysteria would be really bad.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Move.
Let's eat.
Fresh wounds.
Garrosh versus Rexar!
Let the hunt begin. Victory or death!
The worst 3-mana weapon. I'm sure we can find worse, but what's a worse 3-mana weapon than War Axe, guys? A whip. Yup. Easily. What else? Necreum Blade if you have Hoarding Dragon on board. Icebreaker. Is that a Goblin Artibarber on the cup? It sure is.
A stranger will offer you aid.
I'm serious when I say this is my favorite card, guys. Come on. Weird trade? It's not super weird, but I feel like it's wrong. Yeah.
Neither snow nor rain nor witch.
I hate it when they do that. I hate it when they do that to my Flame Tongue Totem. It's so annoying. Alright, so we need to set up some Hinge Clan shenanigan.
I wonder.
I guess Kangor Henge Clan is fine. The next turn we can buff up the Henge Clan a bunch. For some reason I thought this was a Shaman. I guess it's because he plays Flame Tongue Totem. How dare I assume his class just because he played a Flame Tongue Totem in this diverse era. What a crazy assumption by me. Ooh. Not killing the thug, eh? Make my thug growl. Can't play Warbear yet. That's a huge deal. Could have a Steel Rager. I would have definitely killed the thug. But maybe he hasn't been scarred enough by this. Oh, that's nasty! My god, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Try it.
My eyes are open.
Eyes are open. Actually, Harrison from the Pinata.
To my side.
Oh, come on. What is this? Is this the streamer server? Am I on the right server here? This never happens to me.
Bubblies and yummies!
Worst roar of all time? No, you can do way worse.
At last! A worthy
But not much. Could you fucking stop killing my cards? I'm just trying to play cards here, okay? Play a weapon, get punished. Play a dragon, get punished. Yeah.
A stranger will offer you aid.
That's almost amazing. That's legit almost amazing. But Collider is a Collider, so... He's got a silence for the Fester route. I like keeping the Snail alive because the answer to Snail is a spread and the answer to Collider is a big boy. So they kind of cancel each other out. I hate Hearthstone when it goes like this, right? It's like, oh, you played something? Shouldn't have played a thing, man. It's not super often like that. But when it is like that, man, do I not like it.
Dark path is my destiny.
So I think what I do here is I don't play Scorp because he's going to use the 1/1s to play around Collider. And then I eat the one that prevents the Collider. Right? I just go Fester with armor up for now.
I wonder.
I think that's the sneaky play. Unless he top decks an ooze, because that's how the game has been going so far. I mean, we could potentially still win, although we have no business winning this game. I think business is the best way to say it. Our Soul Thrace got jonesed. Our Gastropod got killed by Unleash the Hounds. Our Dragon got Dragon Slayer. So far, we have no business to win the game. All right. I guess if I eat the 1/1 that separates the taunt from the 2/4, I could face into the taunt. That would break the bubble and deal enough damage that my Fester root can kill it. I would probably use the Death Speaker to not pop it yet. So that's 5 mana used. That means I can Hydrologist first. Unless I want to armor up quite badly and I can just go Amalgam. Maybe that's actually worth it. Let's do this because it's always happening, right? Always gonna do this. Always gonna do this. Always gonna do this. Always gonna do this. It's probably worth playing it. Defense Matrix should be the better card. Not playing it yet. Super Collider is very slowly closing the enormous gap that was between us. So it's at the expense of our health against the Hunter, so that's not great.
I wonder.
What does he still have? 2 Tangle for hits? No, 1 Tangle for hits. No, 2 Tangle for hits. I played a Tangle for as well. So 2 Tangle for hits in his hand. Right? Yeah, because he's only played the Flame Tongue. Excuse me. So if I inner rage here, it's 6 and 1 is 7. I guess 1 in here. See what happens. Could be an explosive trap, but still think we have to crack it.
Leaves slap. Shall sprout.
Plays around a rush minion, but I think I want to have more control over when I play it. Got some reasonable cards left to draw. 2 Dire Horns,
You know
Devil's Soar, Worm.
You call that a weapon?
Okay. That is a Devil's Sword. This feels like a Collider use, though. He's down in cards. So I guess we do this first. Send this guy in here. Just for 2. Not explosive. Okay.
We have many secrets.
Try that again. This plays around the poison rush thing. It's worth it now. I think it's worth missing a tap. It also plays around Flarg's Bunzuka. I thought it wasn't really worth mentioning because we all play around Flarg's Bunzuka. So. But for those of you who didn't see that, also plays around that. Eight mana, kill a 1/1. Flarg's Boomzuka, always an auto pick. I mean, I'm not really sure why we're even having this talk. You know.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Let's go, buddy. How are you turning these? I have the superior class. Super Collider, if you must know. It's just go back and count how much Collider did. It's crazy how much work it did. Also, the Festerooth pick worked out here. Like, it gave us just stuff, and stuff is what we needed. There is a card that destroys us here. There always is. Let's not talk about it. Oh, nice Scorpion. Yeah, the Scorpion hold was good, right? I think sometimes on autopilot people would have played the Scorp. I win that game anyway. I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't want to dismiss it like it's not a valuable point because I did think about it, but I was like, well, what is he gonna do? Like explosive shot or something? And then I get him anyway. So, but I can't tell you that it's wrong to equip the weapon and go face. I just have a way of playing in those. Like, I have a way of playing that I guess kind of preserves brain power. Right, I get into that position and I have a certain default set of moves that wins me the game that I follow. Usually discuss these things. Yeah, I've sped up my gameplay quite a bit. So some things aren't really worth discussing. Well, I mean, not worth, but some things I've stopped discussing.
I sense your
Like here, I don't think it's worth discussing. Shall we destroy him with a Death Speaker or not? How do you feel about warrior card quality? This run's doing alright.
Can this go on?
This run's doing alright, if you must know.
Try
Arogar. Why was the hunter winning before Collider? He played Pinata, and he harrisoned my 2-charge Soul Thrace. He Dragon Slayered my 4-6 or 4-5 Twilight Dragon. What else? There was something specific, another one. Because I traded and healed my Thug, making it a 6-4, and then he rolled Huffer to kill it. Like, those were pretty big hits.
What?
So then we needed to relax and take it a bit slower.
Who goes there? Taroga!
No! No, 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 no! It was gonna be something. Why? So it's not a bad Soul Thrace. Get the coined worm.
Watch this. Bubblies and yummies! Bubblies and yummies!
I wonder.
Alright, there's like a really, really, really cute play with Warpath you can make. But it's probably not better than just Mystic Collider.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Is Warpathing 4 times face going cute? No, 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 no. The cute play is you Warpath to get one of the things to 3, attack it with your weapon, procs the you can attack again, equip Super Collider, attack the 4-3, 4-3 kills the guy, goes 7 face. But that is too cute because it is not just better than Warpathing 4 times, and it is not better than what we did, so it was too cute for my own good, you know? You're just happy to spot those plays for when they're actually the better play. It's kind of like Defile, right? You figure out a really cute Defile clear, but then you remember you shouldn't do it because, you know, you want to still win the game. Can you attack again with another weapon? Yeah. It's pretty fun. That's still worth a Collider charge, I would say. Gotta pace ourselves a bit for Void Lord. Warpath full clear. Ay.
We are one. We are one.
Nice try, sir.
This time.
This kind of warrior feels a lot better than the super sit-back warrior.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked
What
for
time is the tournament?
Victory or death.
7 p.m. CEST. That's when it starts. Do I keep a Farseer? Probably not. Ah, phenomenal hand. It's got a lot better.
Smelly fish.
Good
Yummy
speaker up the top. Good enough. Man, why would I bother with mulliganing and stuff? Just let the top deck do all the work. I've played my top deck card 3 consecutive turns now. Now, in defense of that, I did already have a lot of big stuff in hand, so it becomes more likely. Get wrecked. Did you have a 4-drop? That means we have to wait on the crowd roaster, but that felt worth it. Yeah, we'll take that. Oh, baby, top deck again.
Ride the Polar Express.
at last.
Oh.
Worthy fool.
Wait. Where did this come from? Where did this come from, chat? I must know. He fireballed my 3/6. I thought it came from the left, but that can't be, obviously.
Fresh wounds.
From his hand.
I sense your struggle.
Oh, arcane explosion? What? I don't understand anymore. Could have played around Bonmere here. I don't think it was a top deck either. It felt like it came from the left.
Neither snow nor rain nor wind. Move!
Garrosh versus Khadgar.
Knowledge is power. Victory or death.
Top deck, the game. Yeah. If I'm keeping a weaponsmith, can I really throw a Farseer? I think the answer is yeah. I mean, what does a 3? When's the last time you played a 3/3 on curb and you're like, sweet, yeah, baby. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's the second time they do that.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King.
It's just not worth playing my thing. A bit awkward. Because if you save your coin and you play this, you can coin Messenger into Weaponsmith into Sludge. But then you're not playing Tar, and Tar is just at its prime here. So it's probably fine to still Tar. It's never Warpath here, right? Get out of here. I've never seen your teammate play before. That's because he doesn't stream super often. Like, he has a... I mean, he has a... Like, he works from home. I'm not actually sure if he works from home, but... He's not a full-time Hearthstone player. Can you imagine? Not playing Hearthstone full-time.
Try this.
But anyways, he's very good. Like, he usually plays... Like, he plays more off-stream than on-stream, I believe. But he definitely does stream. Dragon Slayer was in hand when he fireballed. Wow. Damn, dude. How's it practicing? Okay. Not bad. This thing gives me headaches. I think I'm just gonna attack its neighbor. Oh! Will my Super Collidered minion also miss? I think it might, right? I guess what I could do is I could attack it, and then I can miss into the other thing, right? Enemy minions only? Are you sure? Isn't he kind of an enemy at the time, though? You can miss face that way. So the minion would go into his face. Or what?
What now?
I don't know. I think we're rushing his face, right? Oh, your weapon might... Oh, like that, Stein. Yeah, you're right. Okay, anyways. Like, I kind of like the messenger play. It's just bad for Flame Strike. We could also go in here, and if we hit, we just play this. I guess the safer play is to do this, huh? Face? I hate this thing, dude. I think what we did was still the better ordering, right? Yeah, because if I trade here, and then he like Flame Strikes, it's really bad. I hate this thing, man. I hate playing against it. Not six face. I know it was worst of both worlds there, because we could have missed into the Phoenix and we could have missed into face, but we got neither.
What now?
But I think I take it and hope I miss here and then single Warpath. Fuck off, Ogre. I think we earned that, right? After those two terrible hits.
Ooh, the red one tastes like jelly.
Dragon? Not a dragon, but not taking 8 face either. But that ogre just completely changed the game. Like we would be dominating, but now we're quite far behind. And he needs to be able to dance around the Collider for a while. And that might slow him down enough that we get the armor up a bit. We'll see.
Observe and reflect.
This power is ecstasy.
Why not taunt? Because he can remove the taunt and then hit me in the face for 8 and then I never win. I want to slow down the game, right? I don't want to give him an option to completely break the game open.
Hold it!
That's bad.
Eyes are open. I don't need any of you.
That is a good hit. Oh, big. I know this interaction. I guess we're warpathing, huh? Let's see. If we wouldn't warpath, we would kill this Annoyatron, trade, set up. That would be fine, really. I guess I warpath 3 times. Use a charge of the Collider. So I can get the Mystic out. Yeah, I think that's probably optimal. Makes me feel better to do this, even though it doesn't matter.
Very strange.
Not a bad hit. The warpath was very aggressive, though. I could have been fine with
Who's ready to make some
doing it the other way around.
Smelly fish, yummy fish. Smelly fish, yummy fish.
I don't beat Pyro if I take 3. But if I take 2, it's not enough, right? Just no Pyro and we're good, right?
I sense your strength.
The future is
It's been sitting on the card for 4 turns. Could very well be Pyro. And then me playing the Warpath the way I did lost me the game. Oh, thank God. Might have a Pyro now. Yeah, I think I misplayed. Like, my gut instinct actually wasn't to Warpath, but it just felt good to go aggressive there, but I think it was wrong. I think I probably just don't lose if I have a Warpath in my hand, and I think now I gave myself a chance to lose to Tyro.
Well played. Well done. You win.
Oh. Other than that, fairly well played. That ogre, man. Oh.
Garrosh versus Magni. For Cosmodon.
Oh, Cosmodon.
Calm down. I'm a doctor.
Dandy Peaches. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. Thanks for supporting the channel. Hope you're enjoying the practice streams. Have you played much Hunter since the patch? No. I feel like you get so punished for playing aggressive these days, man. Just the fact that Tar Creeper exists. Like, not that I hate Tar Creeper, right? It's just that card alone kills so much aggression. And I don't mean that it can't work. It just feels way worse when you lose. I feel like when I lose with a slower control-oriented deck, I usually go back and I say, I could have done this, I could have done that, maybe. When I play an aggressive deck, a lot of the time I'm like, yep, I did not hit my 2-drop, I did not hit my 1-drop, I lost because I didn't curve the way I was supposed to curve. We might sit on the 2 charges, but 3 charges is probably too many for the Collider. I might pre-hit that. Seems like a reasonable pre-hit. I agree, but the time limit. I feel like I'm just gonna go with, you know, re-roll the first run and then just soldier through for the other runs. You're playing in an arena tournament. How is this practice? Which I don't understand yet the question, so help me understand it. Are you asking me how the practice is going, or are you saying, what are you doing? This is not valid practice. Which one of the two is it? Execute that? I was thinking of super collidering this guy in trading. It seems like a reasonable play as well. Then I get to play a 6-drop with a collider equipped. Seems okay. I'm saying, is the tournament arena? Your question was, you're playing an arena tournament, question mark. How is this practice? And then you're saying, is the tournament arena? Okay, I did not get that at all. At all, I would say. I roll. It's an event. It's an event set up by Frodan with Twitch. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we have some events. As Bogirl says, they're fairly rare, but they happen. It was a question. Ah, okay. Yeah, it can be hard to read stuff without the proper intonation. For a second there, I thought it wasn't going to work because the attack didn't go up to 4. Yeah, the visuals were a little bit off there. I shared your moment. Sure. I think that just playing Direhorn there didn't make sense, so I'm okay with the play we made. I don't think that 1-1 is worth the charge. I think he's just overkilling for the sake of overkilling. Like, I don't like that play by him. Go get him, Festeroots. When you just need a thing, Festeroot is there for you. You need something to dump your mana into. Boom. Fester Root. You need something to tackle the Lich King. Probably not Fester. But it's there for you.
I sense your strength.
Leave slash! Stick back!
In Mage, Druid, and Hunter, maybe Rogue too, how do you think the mana curve should be? That's not a question I can say like that, or I can answer just like that. I'm sorry, man. But if you want my TLDR, which I guess everyone always wants, the TLDR is make sure you have good enough 3-drops, and that solves a ton of problems already. Good 3-drops save you a lot of trouble. So Warpath is obviously the problem here, but if he has it, he has it.
This stranger will offer you aid.
Why are you guys not beasts? Come on now. These look like beasts, right? I literally can't pick an option that won't kill the cube, huh? Oh, that's dumb. Betrayed. Betrayed. I was like, let's take some health. Let's take the... How did that happen? Were those the only ones? Poison +1/+1 and +3? Like, did it have to be one of those? You got me. I mean, you could trade with the messenger, but yeah, probably better.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked
Let's update the title again, guys. Get a good run going. I'll do the first one and then you can just copy paste that. Which are the best arena classes for a medium player? Right now the stats indicate that Warlock, Mage, and Rogue are doing well. I think Warrior might be over Rogue though, right? I'm not sure. But probably those 4 you can go for. I have a YouTube where I upload good runs, so if you'd like to see how I'm drafting my decks, you can check it out there. For anyone that wants, you know, successful runs, see how the draft looks, see what the curve looks like, feel free to check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe there if you like it. It's for free. Yikes. Dragon Roar on 2, tap on 3. That is not desirable. No. You're not allowed to pre-draft a deck. But you're allowed to retire. So you can draft until you have a sick deck and then play that. You can do that. That's fine. Got a meteor. Use that. Hoarding Dragon here would be a little sketchy. Pretty nasty for Dragon Slayer, and just overall removing his 2/2 felt better.
I wonder.
That seems OP. Well, everyone can do it, so. It's about time management as well. How long do you want to spend re-rolling a draft? You have 8 hours total.
I sense
Want to
your
spend 20 minutes? Half an hour? 45 minutes? An hour, right? Do you want to draft super fast and maybe miss on good picks? You know, these are all things you need to ask yourself. Hit Ranger would be fine. Grizzly, it's a bit too early, I think. Yeah, I think I just want to keep removing stuff. Just make it to Fester Root. We know Festerwood wins games, right?
We hear your heart.
Is it based on ratio of wins or total number of wins? Neither. It's based on your 3 best consecutive arena runs. So the best you can do is 3 12s in a row. So total number of wins, Shady. Well, no, because that indicates you can just play 8 arena runs and get a bunch of wins. Now I got that song in my head, Dimodius. While I'm in your stealth, it cannot taunt.
Join the guild. Return cookies.
A stranger will offer you aid.
They have cookies. Cookies are there. Cookies equal available.
I sense your strength.
I don't know yet, Tryhard Hearthstone. That's why we're practicing. I hadn't played enough Warrior.
A worthy fool.
I agree with him holding it because I played Roar, but at least we didn't give him that on curve. Whew. But that's an oof, like the kids say these days, right? A big oof. Something like that. We might still win, it's just not very likely. Dragon Slayer Hoarding Dragon has an incredibly good win rate.
I wonder.
Probably resembles Muster on curve, if not better. I'm not sure if I have time for Festerwood. I think Direhorn Snail needs to be played. He's got Meteor for the Sleepy, so can't really play it for a while. Hey, don't you trash talk my boy Festerwood. He's done stuff. He just wasn't designed for this kind of game, you know? His older, much cooler brother, Primordial Drake, was. Oh, there he is. The asshole. Hmm? Coin, coin, ping. Coin, coin, ping. Coin, coin, ping. Coin, that ping. Coin, that ping. This feels like losing. It's the sad game. What can you do? Is your write-up still up to date considering the way a player should think when drafting and mulliganing? Are you referring to my arena guide in general, High Five? Because that's more than just that, right? I mean, it's not up to date, no. So
I wonder.
some things might be different. But it's still probably pretty good to go off. Alright, that ping phase to me really feels like a pyro. But just can't win if he's got a pyro, so. Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 ja. Very fun und interactive gameplay indeed.
Well played.
Dragon Dragon Slayer hoarding just wins you the game. Can't really do anything about it. God, man, now that MC Tech is gone, I will be so happy when we have the rotation and Dragon Slayer is dead. And I really, really hope they don't make the mistake of printing those cards again.
Victory or death!
That would be so good. Can you explain why you did not play Festerwood on 8? I don't... Festerwood is a very slow card. Festerwood requires you to have either a lot of health or control of the board, and I had neither. So it's just something you'll experience when you play a card as slow as that. You'll play Festerwood on curve, they go face, you realize the Festerwood doesn't do anything, and then you realize you spent 8 mana on a 4/4. And you're like, I think I lose now.
We will devour this world.
What? Wow. That was not the turn I had in mind, good sir. Collins would say you lose 1 game. This tar is okay, it doesn't do much right now. I think it's okay. Inner Rage the 1/1 so he can't trade with the snail. What? Ooh.
Folks, who goes there?
I dropped the kappa. Okay.
Down, I'm a doctor!
MP666, welcome. Thank you for subbing. Welcome aboard. This doesn't look good. I mean, I'm about to hit something for 7 on curve, so it's probably gonna be okay. You lose 1 game, you know? Suddenly, people are playing Roar on 4 and, you know, not hero powering to save their snail, and, you know, all kinds of stuff. I didn't want to play Mystic there, by the way, because he had 2 bananas. So if I play Mystic, I give him banana, 2-drop. It's kind of annoying. Like, yeah, he kills my 3/3, but who cares? That's Savage Roar gone. Ooh. Let's see if we get a 2-drop we want to play.
We'll offer you aid.
I could snipe his guy, but it just doesn't feel worth. I'll cycle the Roar now. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Next turn, 4 and a 2 potentially. Scaleblade doesn't feel good enough yet, unless he has a really weak turn.
Have I got a
Bomb
bomb
for
for you?
you. Have I got a bomb for you? So I can clear that with... Can I? No, I can't. Nope, never mind. Never mind, false alarm. Cannot clear it. You know, it feels weird, but I think we might not crowd roaster on curve. Excuse me.
The future is now.
I could ping this preemptively, but then if he trades here, it's kind of awkward, right? I think next turn might be Taskmaster, Inner Rage this when it's on 2, and then drop the Scalebane. And then we hold this for this, and then maybe this is turn 8 or 9. Thank you, MP666. My pleasure. My pleasure. Did you fail, or did you want a beer party instead of a bear party? I'm not so sure about that one, Stein. bomber. Anger is now good 3 health. Look what happens. Sure.
What you want?
Sure. Have you ever tried beer? Yes.
Last chance.
I am Belgian. I have tried beer. My favorite beer is often referred to as a lady drink. I like cherry beer. I'm not a huge fan of the super bitter beers, although I drink black coffee, so... I thought you didn't drink alcohol. I drink alcohol very rarely. Usually I would say 2 times a year or so, on Christmas, and then maybe something random like a wedding or so. But usually every Christmas I have some white wine, some sweet white wine, although that's also just like a treat. Yeah, usually I don't drink alcohol. No. Monkas. Yeah. Have you ever tried food? Food's alright. Food gets a bad rap, but yeah, food's alright. I mirror your play, sir. Ooh. We're trying to tempo the slowest. Like the least amount of tempo possible. That's what we're doing. I too will not play a minion, sir. Your move. What is up with the Tarkam drama? I was not aware that there was Tarkam drama. Our opponent has violated the code. He played a minion. I thought this was a minionless match. I mean, we made it all the way up to turn 4. That was 6 whole turns of nobody playing a minion. And then he broke the code. What a bastard.
What now?
The troll became a lot worse now that everything has +1/+1. But we have that speaker in hand, so I think it's still the troll for upside? Question mark.
Yeah, it'll grow back.
Not so sure if it'll grow back this time. Betrayed, yeah. Can Arena Fanatic really be considered a minion? That is a fair point. Yeah. Yeah, this does feel like the 2 metapods fighting each other.
How long can this go on? How long can
Nerfed.
this go on?
Lol.
We hear your heart.
No message? Let me have a look. That is a 4/7.
I wonder.
Fresh wounds.
One worm could be a play. Fateless, thank you so much for the 10 euros. And there is a message. Thank you for the cool stream. I really like your approach to the game. Thank you very much and good luck on Rivals. Thanks so much, Fateless. Let me put your donation up there. Much appreciated. Our opponent had a Phoenix. And went face. Okay.
I wonder.
Such a meh turn, you know. It's probably coin worm, but could also double trade, play the dire horn. Coin worm sets up for that speaker the worm to dunk something.
I must choose.
Double trading the 4/4 just feels so awful. So let's not do it. See what he does here.
The icy winds of Northland will consume your soul.
That's a Cindy.
I sense your strength.
Neither snow nor rain nor wind.
Fresh wounds.
Quite an aggressive turn. I think I would have killed the 3/2 personally. He did have a buffed hand, so maybe he feels he can push for the win. As usual, Warpath sucks, but... Wow. Shield Slam? Wow. That was surprising. That's Boats' Dragon's Plate, so probably no random Alex. I definitely like healing up the worm after this trade to deny further Warpath shenanigans. Although I would think he would have played it here, but we can play around the top deck. That's not so crazy. 7 cards in hand, probably just throwing the Dire Horn down. A little surprised by his line there. We can't team up for Shkadi because we were both invited. Or was your comment referring to something else?
Bubblies and yummies.
So 2 things are certain. This one and this one are not taking damage this turn. This one is getting played.
Where one falls, two
Armor up happens. I think we want to force his Warpath this round, so I think I'm going to keep the minion alive. You can throw your 2/4 away, but you don't have to. And the way we are trading here is to prevent Warpath from clearing the worm.
Neither snow nor rain
Because
nor wind.
if you damage the 5/8, he can Warpath to kill the 5/8 and then trade the Bone Drake into the worm and then Warpath again. My man. My man. I know face is the place and all, but I think we forgot to count damage on the board, huh?
fresh wounds.
I would say that he was favored. Particular choices he made didn't lead to him winning. Yeah, I think he's supposed to win that.
Versus Jane.
I don't know his hand, of course. If it's full of garbage, maybe not.
Victory or death!
This is not an unreasonable keep. I think the mulligan is keep these 3 or keep nothing. The reason why Death Speaker Shaker is kind of acceptable is because you have something to fill out your mana and then you Collider. And Collider is really good. So that would be fine. If you mull everything, you're trying to get a proper 3 like Tar, Tangle Fur into a stronger 4 like Thug, Weaponsmith. But Collider is extremely nasty when it hits, so I think I'm okay with this. It also guarantees that you're going to see Collider because there's no guarantee. Oh, now it's perfect. Now it's perfect. Because there's a good chance if you throw the Collider, you'll never see it again. You're not going to draw every card. So whenever I have an acceptable curve and a really strong card, I do the same with Fungomancer. If I have an acceptable hand and a really strong 5, I'll keep it rather than hard mull for a good hand. Although Fungomancer is a little iffy because if you have a weaker hand, you might not get 2 bodies. So that one is a bit more nuanced. Okay, he has Dragon's Fury in his hand. This start feels awfully like the guy that had Meteor in his hand. The Shattered Sun pickup is great. It means we get to play something other than Death Speaker on Tar. And now the somewhat underwhelming 4, the Shaker is fine. What was that trade? Do I Death Speaker now? I think I might just Death Speaker now. Yeah, let's go.
I sense your strength.
What was that trade, my friend? Made our decision a little easier. Excuse me. Swamp Leech. Would I like him to Dragon's Fury next turn or not? I can lure him into Dragon's Fury with Murloc and Shattered Sun. The question is, would that be beneficial for us or not? I think so, because it might backfire. On the other hand, I'm going to have a 3 health minion, so all he needs is a secret. Yeah, that's a little easy for him. I'm just afraid that if he keeps a Dragon's Fury in his hand, he's going to high roll Pyro or something. Some bullshit. Oh, that's 5 mana. Dude, you can't believe how often I do that. For all my good insights in the game, adding 2 and 3 is hard, dude. I don't know what causes it even. I really don't know what causes it. But the amount of times I think I can play a 5-on-4 is crazy. I don't know. Collider deals with that. Probably enough said, right? Most of the time, do you assume they misplayed that or they have some weird setup? Most of the time, I assume misplay. I used to not do that, but it lowered my win rate. I had too much faith in people. Alright, we could trade the 1-1 or we could AoE Dragon. Trading the 1-1 allows for Dire Horn. And we kind of need to get rid of these charges anyway because we have a Soul Race ready.
What to do? What to do?
We keep a 2-1 as well. Kind of okay with it. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with it. I want to get Death Rattled to play a bit around the Dragon's Fury we know he has.
Let's eat.
Bunk. Yes, Lissa would AoE. Gotta tilt him. I respect those strats, but I prefer the stronger move. In my opinion, of course. Alright, this is where it gets dangerous because if we ignore that and then he AoEs, it's awkward. Trying to find something around the obvious trade the 5 and the 3. You could trade the 5 and the 2 and AoE dragon. But is that worth the AoE? It might, because the 3/2 respawns, but then again, he can ping in Dragon's Fury, so maybe not. Yeah, we'll just make him use it. So now there's a chance he doesn't roll 5, and I get to keep the 5/5. I played a Murloc just to make the board seem like he has the Dragon's Fury, and then I get that over with. Alright, he did roll the Pyro, so... This is what I mean, this was the option where if we can force it early in, it might be good. At least he gave us the information that he had the Pyro. We're still quite comfortably ahead, so we don't mind. You can definitely argue to keep the Murlocs in hand, but if the Murlocs get the Fury out of the hand, I think that's okay for me. Hey, Osman. Good old Collider. Will you play a thing? What? You are crazy, sir.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Yeah, Ant missed. I was kind of hoping that he rolled the secret and it would be fine. Rude. I prefer saving the crowd roast to kill a taunt. There it is. I wanted to shot the dragon.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
How many 12-0s have you had? Let's have a look. This doesn't count all my 12-0s, but the ones since we started tracking. Since we started tracking, 20. In comparison to 54 12-1s and 120 12s. That speaker is interesting. Might keep it normally. Okay. Yeah, 12-0s are tricky. Need a good deck, need good luck, and good plays. When did we start tracking again, Stein? How many 0-3s? Let me have a look. 5 0-3s. Since we started tracking. And most of them happen when we're tired and we're just fucking around and stuff. But they still get added to the stats.
Yeah, it'll grow back.
Excuses, yes. Excuses. Well, if not for excuses, what does a poor streamer have to defend himself with? 1.5 years, yeah. So, over the course of 1.5 years, and I've been playing for about 4 years. So, less than half the time we have 20 12-0s.
I wonder.
How many of them happened with Marta? Of those that are tracked, maybe 0. 1.5 years ago, maybe 1, I don't know. Marta's been gone for a while.
We must cleanse the Sunwell. Fresh wounds.
Might queue up into Tachi. Okay. Keep an eye on my list. Been having a lot of success with Paladin. Alright, let's set up a time to talk about it,
What
Tachi.
to do? What to do?
Hear your heart.
I've had a really good time with Priest. Even a low roll, I went 6 and I should have won at least one more.
Neither snow nor rain nor wind. Fresh wounds.
2% of your runs are 12-0s, yeah. It seems like a small amount. Wait, the 2% or the 20?
What to do?
Oh, just the total runs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The warpath for 1 is really aggressive. I don't think we're on a warpath for 1.
I sense your strength.
Move. Fresh wounds.
You can dead speaker your messenger warpath for 1, trade the Worgen 6 phase, but counterspell, mana bind, vaporize, these are all problems. Splitting image even, so it's just better to do the play that has way less downside. Yeah, Battle Right. Battle Right was the other game. I would say that Vape Nation is starting to become more and more likely. You keep not damaging the thing that heals. Well, if he kills it off, then it won't be around anyway. So if the effect happens, sure. If it doesn't, fine.
Reality woven.
Frostbolt the face. Yeah. This is where we're gaining so many resources because he's afraid.
Fresh wounds. One ball. Two shall sprout.
Hey. Get countered, son.
Where two fall, four shall sprout.
Yeah, I've had some... I was way more consistent
What to
my
do?
first years,
What to
Stein.
do?
I've had more health issues after that. I mean, not really mental issues, but I would say more than before. But I don't want to call them mental issues because it's nothing serious. Vape Niche? Vape Niche. Knew it. Knew it. Knew it, chat.
Another valid one.
That blast wave just completely reeked of Vape Nation. Because it was normally a pretty bad blast wave. But with Vape it made sense. More frostbolts. 4 damage at a time, so Thrace is killing him. It's been a while since I hearthstoned like this, man. It's really cool. This type of playing against Mage with Warrior really reminds me of how you played years ago. The just continuous pressure, dancing around the AoE, hitting him in the face. Blizzard? That's annoying. We're 1 off with Blizzard, right? Yeah. Oh, what? His glyph card is gone. Glyph was a secret.
Time runs out on me.
Cone there. Oh, okay. Well, 4 and 4 is still 8, so... So Thrace got there 4 at a time.
Garrosh versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine! Victory or death! Job done.
I went to get coffee and forgot my coffee. Classic. Alright.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Five. Feeding time. Bane of Doom. What else are we looking at?
Try this.
The future is now. Everyone's biggest fan.
This is a bit weird because it means we might kill off our weapon next turn. Check the buffs, Shady. You're right. 5. So 2 spells. So maybe a Demon Bolt and the thing he took, right? Demon Bolt and the thing he took. My best leaderboard average is 9.33. It's not bad. That's not bad, I'll say.
Only a fool. The
I think it's a little crazy to use a weapon though, so let's hold off. It's probably okay to conceal this weapon. I want to cash the roar in now.
What now?
One of those games, okay. This is not a 4-6. I thought this was a 4-6 or a 3-6. I was like, oh yeah, 2-6.
I wonder. Folks, who goes there?
That makes my play significantly worse. Excuse me.
Neither snow, nor rain, nor wind. Move!
I had a Warrior 0-3 at one point in Goblins vs. Gnomestein. That's a long time ago. Get some more 0-3s, I need data.
Move! I handle this! Yummy fish!
Jackie, thank you for the host, my man. Welcome, guys. Were you playing Arena yourself, Jackie, or you don't need to practice? Remember you doing really well in Gold Rush?
What now?
Divine Shield's kind of like health here. I think I still want the health. The Divine Shield's worse against the 3-6 dragon and such.
I wonder.
What's Bane?
You face Jaraxxus, Citadel Lord of the Burning Legion! You face Jaraxxus,
It'll grow back.
We're not Deathwing yet, right? I have time to set up faster Deathwing.
I wonder.
I was thinking that he might have a Void Lord from the position, but it was the Homunculus. Doesn't rule out he... Okay, so that's the Demon Lord thing we had. It's good to know as well. But it's good. It's excellent that we're able to bait that pre-Deathwing. So I could just kill his Jaraxxus, huh? I mean, Festerooth, go face, armor up. Kind of okay, but... Crowd Roaster sets it up as well. That probably limits his options. That probably would have been at least 2 sources of 3 damage over the next few turns. Yeah, Matriarch Thug probably not gonna happen, but who knows? Never know. Shadow Flame? Shadow Flame. Probably not gonna happen.
Where one falls, two shall sprout.
He might have Deathwing now, yeah. But before he played Bone Drake, he may have had Deathwing as well, so
Unleash me.
hasn't really changed for us.
Pitiful mortal.
This might be the opportune Deathwing turn. Other than the Matriarch, we're not losing anything super crazy. If the Messenger was 6 damage, maybe.
I wonder.
Because this is probably going to be one of the only turns where we're actually getting our Festa route.
Where two fall, four shall sprout.
Whoever Deathwings first loses. Well, if I knew he had Deathwing, I obviously wouldn't play Deathwing, but Deathwing is not the most likely dragon, right? I mean, they're all equally likely, that's what I'm trying to say. There's no reason to assume it's Deathwing over a fairy dragon. Because it's significantly better to Deathwing and have 2 2/2s, because now Gastropod doesn't defeat us, right? So it's significantly better to have 2 2/2s. And if I don't Deathwing right now, the chance that I'm gonna get 2 2/2s is quite low because he will want to clear my board.
You win this time.
So it was a uniquely good time to Deathwing because we had Fester on the board.
Brothers of the mind rejoice. Swing, swing, swing with me. Racial pick and racial voice. Sing, sing, sing with me. Down and down into the deep. Who knows what we'll find beneath? Diamond through
It's a spicy looking ant.
hidden in the mountain store.
Oh. NA has a lot less players, it feels, than you. Over the past week, past couple days I've played NA. Over the past couple days I've played on NA, I've faced the same guy already 3 times or so, right? Wow, it's an exact replica of last time.
The sunlight will not reach too slow. Never seen the blue moon glow. Fill a glass and down some meat. Stop your bellies at the feast. Stumble home and fall asleep.
Did he have again?
Dreaming in our mountain
Checklist.
Born underground, grown inside a rocky womb. The earth is a cradle.
Shadow Bolt, Fanatic, Dire Troll, Tumbler, Ravencaller. Aside from the Dire Troll, not much that survives the weapon. I think I like setting up the 3 damage in case he has the Tumbler again. It's a very nice setup. And then we use our weapon early so we don't run into the problem where we have Collider equipped. So Tar is obviously fine. This could also be a good time to Gastropod to deny him a 4-drop. He had Hooked Reaver, other than that. Oh, and Fanatic. Yeah. We're probably okay to just follow the curve for now. AoE, we've seen a Shadow Flame, Dreadlord, and a Scorcher. 1 Demon Ball. A Drain Soul as well. Drain Soul could counter the Gastropod. Probably look at that. Every time I check your stream, you're 50. What's up, Jerms? I'm on a bit of a streak right now, so I'm doing okay. I watched your defect. Well, I want to say 12 win analysis, but it's the 20th Ascension win analysis. That was very useful because I'm picking up defect. He knows we have Deathwing. He knows we have Dragon Roar into Deathwing. So that's even more annoying because he can't exactly play around Deathwing, but we might do it again. I'm not sure if I want to Gastropod. Let's see what we hit.
I will offer you aid.
What can he play to make me regret the Gastropod? Hellfire, kind of, but let's just force it out of him, right? Then I get a 6-drop on an empty board. Well, assuming he has a follow-up like Hellfire Defile. Song ended? I can play it again. Bane of Doom? No, he pulled that from the Tunneler. I mean, he might have one, but we don't know for sure. Alright, some more diggies. Some more diggies! That's alright, dude. 3. No worries, man. We require additional diggies, chat.
Brothers of the mind rejoice. Swing, swing, swing with me. Racial pick and racial voice. Sing, sing, sing with me. Down and down into the deep. Who knows what we'll find beneath? Diamonds, rubies, gold and more. Hidden in the mountain floor. Born underground. Suffering from a teeth of snow. Raised in
I wanted to use my War Axe to kill that. Then I realized I don't have a War Axe anymore. I almost dragged my portrait. Let's keep the minions off the board to make the Demon Bolts more expensive. I'd like to ignore that, but he has a Shadow Flame in his deck. That makes ignoring that extremely dangerous. Are 2/1/1s better than a Tar Creeper? Are 2/1/1s better than a Tar Creeper and 1 extra face? Because I don't fancy trading off my 5/5. Pyro Bomber? I definitely like getting the 5 face in this turn. We know he's got a Dreadlord as well. But if he Dreadlords, he probably puts something next to it and I can collide it. Oh, Shadow Bolt. Oof, that's a turn. That is a turn. On the upside, we probably get the Collider soon.
To dig and dig makes us free. Come on, brother, sing with me.
I thought I had 9 mana.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole.
I should really count my my mana. NA map and slacking. Yeah, it's the third time today I think I have an extra mana.
Wanna blow something up?
I was never worried, Bomber. I knew you had it. I had so much faith in you that I played my 5/5 first. I hope you realize how much I respect you, you know. Just for future drafts, don't forget this moment where someone had a lot of faith in you. Want to make sure he doesn't forget this. This is a big part as well. It's realizing you misplayed, but not having the misplay affect you further. Because you might make this play and then say, well, obviously I can't Bomber anymore because then I did it in the wrong order. But that's not how you should be thinking about the game. Alright, so I do not have 10 mana. I can't play both of these cards.
You must cleanse the sunwell.
Don't. Smacking him. Just never played a Bomber smiley face. Yeah, I think the game rewarded me for the minion first, you know. I got a damage on his minion, got a damage on his face. Collider, especially stealth minion into Collider. This is the second time this run I've stealthed the Direhorn, and I think it was in a similar way where the stealth Direhorn baits the Collider hit, which is really nice.
So many possibilities.
Come, my pretty bird.
Not Deathwing. Can't hear the song anymore.
Almost out of
2 loops is enough. 2 loops.
so many possibilities.
The light protects me.
I feel
Demon Bolt. I think I'll clear his board this turn. Demon Bolt's pretty annoying.
Push forward.
It's kind of tempting to leave the 1/3 up, but these days with Warlocks, Demon Bolts really punishes leaving up small minions.
so many possibilities. So many possibilities.
Did he hold the Deathwing? That would have been cool. That'd be nasty. Primordial Drake?
Almost out of time.
Feels like a Primordial Drake now.
Drink with me, friend.
Oh, that's a Tangle for a hit. Have we seen the dragon yet? Demon Fire. Not a second or third Drain Soul. I think I want to spend... I think I need to practice my mind games a little bit, right? So
I can't play that.
I'm actually gonna pretend I want to play this. Just to make him think it's not an execute. Ooh, he's turning it around, chat. He's turning it around. Huge balls. Yeah, that could have killed him, but he had Spellstone, so I definitely agree with this line of play. Gotta play to win when you're in that position. The Tumbler upgraded his Spellstone, so gotta play to win. Time to draw Deathwing. Dragon Roar would be fine, yeah. Now that is a draw. Soulfire works quite well for him here, unfortunately. Yep. Oh, Spirit Bomb. So he does not have Soulfire. Oh man. My last two draws have been quite amazing. He could trade and Shriek. That could be the 1-mana card. We know it's not a Soulfire. We know it's unlikely to be Soulfire. So trade and Shriek clears. Not a Shriek. Feels like the first series of adapts was a low roll then, right? I mean, I have Collider, so Tom doesn't do it. I don't know what he's doing here. I mean, I'm not saying he's misplaying, but like I don't know what he plays here, or I feel bad. It was Solarium. Surprise! It wasn't execute all along.
You win this time.
My last couple draws were insane. I hit Devil Star, Worm, and Festerroot in the end. Nice. So this run gave me a really good feel for what I want to be doing, and maybe we can just translate. Like the past couple runs, it seems like I'm really hitting that feeling, right? And I used to have this feeling all the time when I would play ridiculous amounts of Hearthstone. And seeing as I've been playing a lot less, or not right now, I've been playing a lot more, but I have played less before, I kind of lost that feeling. I had bits of pieces of the meta, but I didn't really have a feeling of like, okay, I really want to play like this. And now I'm getting that feeling back, which is great. Because this deck felt smooth. Those Dire Horns felt really good. Just getting that 6 slot figured out. That Festerroot pick really paid off. Devil Sword of the first Soul Trace really paid off. Roaster was fine as well. Yeah.